Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a tutorial on this purpley smoky eye look, and I'm using today some of my favorite colors, eyeshadow colors from MAC actually, and I'm using this rice paper by MAC on my lid and on my brow, and I'm also using brown script as a transition shade. I'm also using cranberry on my crease, as well as a little bit of embark on top of that, just to go ahead and deepen things up. And one of the key things on this look, guys, is to just make sure that you blend things very nicely into one another. And of course, as you can see, the eyeliner and the mascara is what really just brings in the eyes for the whole look. So like I said, any questions, any concerns, comments, whatever it is, guys, go ahead and comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And I'm also taking any type of request. If you have any look in specific that you want to see, any colors that you've been thinking about using lately, and just want a different input, I am here for you guys. I have been doing a lot of research on YouTube and also watching a lot of tutorials. And I find that people tend to do things differently, obviously. So you might get a different technique and something different from me than you might not from some of the other YouTubers on here. So like I said, try it out and I will be here. So if you want to watch how I got this really pretty look, just go ahead and keep watching. Okay, let's get started. So one of the things that I will point out is that I know that this camera is not really good, but I promise you guys it won't last very long, okay? So to get started, one of the most important things that you guys can do is definitely buy a scrub for your face, something that is going to wash away all the dirt that you have, not only on top of your skin, but underneath. So as you can see, I really don't have like problem skin or acne or anything like that. So when it goes into my like foundation and what I do, it differs. So it might differ for you as well, but you guys will get the point as we go along. But definitely this is a good one. Some of them are very expensive. This one was like $3 and something. So I definitely do this, I would say, every other day. And this is a really good one. You will see that once you use it, it will leave your skin so soft that you guys will never stop buying these things again, okay? So, to get started, I'm going to be doing kind of like a smoky eye, but with some purples and some browns. It's going to be really nice. You guys will see how it looks out. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get started priming my face with this Rimmel Fix Perfect Pro. And what it does is that it smooths, it resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, and protects. Basically, it also leaves your skin really soft. This is important for me because I don't really use foundation, like liquid foundation. I just use powder. So it makes the powder stick to my face kind of a little bit better. But even if you do wear foundation, I would also use this as well because it'll give your skin like a nice smooth surface as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this to my face. And I really like to not put too much because you don't want it to be like super wet, but I will definitely go under my eyes. I promise you guys, it leaves your skin so soft. And this one was, I think it was like $6 something. It was like a little bit under $7, but this is a really nice one. There are primers out there, guys, that cost up to $30. I've seen them. So there are some things that you don't need to get so expensive. There are some things that you do. And I'll talk a little bit more about that probably in another video. My voice is going away today, so I apologize. The concealer that I use, because as you can see, I have really dark circles. I use this Glamouflage by Hard Candy. You can see that. It does a really good job. It's a heavy duty concealer. A really good job at covering your dark circles. You know, it all depends. And I don't really have a concealer brush because I go back in there with my beauty blender, or beauty sponge, I'm sorry. I call it a beauty blender. I know I put more on one eye than the other, but I'm going to bring it back over. Okay. So this is my, it's not dirty because I just washed it. It's actually still wet from the water. But for some reason it's stained and just those black marks just don't come out. It was rolling around in my makeup. But I did just wash it, I promised. So since I put a little bit more over here, and I will say, guys, about this sponge that I have seen MAC have one where it's tapered, because this is really hard to get into, like, right here. So I don't like this one, but I'm using it because that's all I have right now. What I'll do is I'll squeeze it, you see, to kind of fit. So the other one would definitely be a little bit easier. See? And you always want to have something to set your concealer with, because this one tends to crease a little bit if you don't really set it. And I'm going to show you what I use now because I love it. Okay, so I'm done. As you can see, this part over here is not really blended. So I'm going to go in and blend that with my finger, because once I set it with the powder, it's not that easy to blend in. So I'm just going to move up a little bit like that. Move it up and out, I guess. Especially right here in the corners. Okay. So how do I set this? I set this with my NYX, with my NYX HD Studio Photogenic. So I love this powder. Basically, it is just 100% pure mineral. It's pretty amazing. It just kind of gives you, this is what it looks like. I just spilled some. But, anyways, that's okay because I'm going to use that. So I just kind of dip my finger in there. I don't like to use a brush because I don't want to mess up what I have already done with my sponge, with my blender. So very lightly, because the teeniest, tiniest bit will do you. I'll also go in here and then back out, all the way out. And then one thing that I do not do, guys, I do not contour. I mean, I will contour just a bit, but I don't do the highlight and contour like most people. It really just depends on what your preferences are, what you have time for. I really can't find the time to sit there and take an hour to do my makeup. So, and then also I don't use liquid foundation. So there's not a lot of dry contour kits, like just powders, unless you just want to grab a bronzer and contour with that. So, okay. I am done setting my concealer, and then I'm going to close this back up, because usually I would use this on top of my powder towards the end just to give it an extra shine, but I spilled some on my laptop, so I'm going to use that. Yeah. Alrighty, so then I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Fix, and mine is in NC42, so I'm a little bit lighter. Okay, and then I'm going to grab a fluffy brush, and basically what I do not like to use the sponge that's in there. Okay, I've probably used it like once or twice. I like to grab my blush, my blush brush. Okay, and I'll go in there and just swirl it around and really just use it like that. It gives you a much more lighter finish than just packing it on. So, and then I'll go in there and just swirl. Like if any of you girls have used a Bare Minerals before, you'll know that what they ask you to do is just kind of like a kabuki brush. And if you have one of those, that works well too. So the reason why I don't put foundation, like I said, I don't have stuff to hide under my skin. I feel that this powder does a pretty good job at covering whatever discoloration I do have. Okay, so I do like put it on there pretty good. And then I'll just, I do go under a little bit. You don't want to have any type of color change from your neck to your face. Okay. Up and down. And then you can't forget your forehead. I've done that before. You don't want to be that girl. Okay. So I know I look a little bit darker, but when I put the NYX powder on top, it's going to kind of just bring it down a little bit. And then you do want to go down. Okay. So I'm going to go back in here with the NYX powder. And then now that there is a level already covering the concealer with the powder, then it doesn't hurt so much to go in here with the brush and just swipe it. So you can kind of just differentiate. And this will kind of do a highlight for you without you having to go in so much. Okay. Now that that is done, I know that there's a color difference, guys. I see it. Okay. But like I said, that'll change. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to basically prime my eyelid. Okay. Now this is when it starts getting fun. I hate all the other stuff. So I'm going in with Painterly. Okay. It's a Paint Pro Longwear paint pot. Okay. So I'm going to go in with this paint pot. And what I'm going to do, you're just going to basically swipe that, okay, across your lid. And one of the things that I have found with this paint pot is that over the day, it tends to kind of cake up a little bit. So lately, I have not been going all the way up, because that's kind of where it most happens. I'll just keep it down here and then gradually fade it out. So I will go into my crease just a little bit because I do put a lot of color on my crease. Okay, so, and then I'm going to blend it out with my finger. Guys, one of the things is that you cannot be afraid to get dirty because your finger might do a better job than a lot of your utensils sometimes. So don't get afraid to go in there and get it done. So I'm just going to put a little bit more just on my lid alone. I'm not going up this time. Okay. I'm going to blend. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with, this is actually an e.l.f. brush. And it's kind of like just a small shadow brush. Okay. I do promise it's e.l.f. So there are some brushes that you need to buy for a specific purpose. What does that mean? I know it didn't make any sense. Basically, if you're just going to apply shadow, any brush can do that. You can do that with your finger. You know, if you're just going to apply shadow like on your lid right here. If you're going to blend something out and you don't want to be there for years, then you want to make sure that you buy a better brush. My blending brush that I absolutely love is my MAC 224. Okay. I absolutely love this brush because, as you can see, it's very, very fluffy and it's kind of tapered towards the end, so it makes it easier for you to get in there and just kind of blends everything out. Duh. But I love that brush. Again, if you're just putting color right here, you don't need to buy an expensive brush for that, guys. You know, if you're on a budget like me, you've figured out ways to cut all of your expenses. Alright, so for my lid and also for my brow bone, I'm going to use rice paper, okay, MAC. MAC rice paper. I, as you can see, have used this color to the end of time. And I've only had it for, I think, a month and a half, 2 months. So I'm going to go in with my rice paper. I'm going to dip my brush in there. And then I'm going to apply this to my brow bone, okay? And I'm just going to kind of swipe like this along my brows to the end. Now, you want to obviously kind of want to create an imaginary line for yourself. And as you go, you do not want to pass this line, whether it be with your highlight, whether it be with your actual eyeshadow. If you're going to smoke it out, just don't pass that line, okay? So I'm going to go back in there and just make sure that I have enough color. And then I really like to kind of bring this down a little bit. Not too much though. And then go back in. Get some more. Okay. And then really just apply that. I love this color, guys. As you can tell. This is pretty versatile. You can use this as a highlight for everything. And I also use it as a base because with this purple, you guys are going to see, it's going to look really nice. I'm also going to take some pictures because this camera is not going to do that color justice. That way I'll post the picture. So, as you can see, I'm just going to kind of pat this on a little bit all the way towards the end. Okay. Not passing that imaginary line. Pat, 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 pat. That's so pretty. It's kind of shimmery. It has a lot of like light shimmers in it, but it's not glittery. I don't know if you can see the difference. My lighting is not in here very good. My lighting is not very good in here. I definitely was trying to talk like Yoda. So then I'm going to go ahead and do my other one. Basically, this is a mini version. Okay, I'm going to show you guys. Mini version of my blending brush that I got from MAC. This is obviously was not that expensive, and it's just a little bit longer and less fluffy. I don't know if you can tell. Okay, but this does wonders for me for getting in here right like on my crease and just applying without really blending it out. So it kind of does both. It's awesome. It's an awesome brush. So if you can find one like this, and I actually have found one at BH Cosmetics. I actually bought this 12-piece brush set, okay? I love these brushes. If you're going to go for synthetic brushes, these are definitely it for you, okay? But this one is pretty much like that. So it'll do a great job at, just like I said, getting in here and kind of being specific on where you want your color to go. I'm going to go in. I'm pretty sure this is brown script. I actually can't see it because the sticker got dissolved within the stickiness. But it's this one right here. Okay, wait. It's this one right here. So it's like the lightest brown that they have. So I'm going to use this as a transition shade. And when I first saw videos about transition shades and what they did, I was like, whatever, it's just a step. Does it really matter? It does matter. It really allows it to give it another dimension, and it allows it to go on so beautifully because when it's a slight gradient from color to color, it makes a difference. It makes you look so professional, or it makes your makeup look professional, rather. Okay, so I'm going to take that brown script and go in here into the shade, into the crease, and just kind of go in there. And then I'm going to take it up a little bit. Okay? I'm going to take it up and just blend it out while I'm going. So I blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. And you have to remember that it's not going so much on the crease, but up here. I didn't realize you guys couldn't see what I was doing. I apologize. So, you see how that goes on. And then, I don't want to do it too dark because that's not going to be the main color that I'm going for. So now that that's on there, I'm just going to go ahead and, with my fluffy blending brush, my MAC 224, I'm going to go in there and just blend it out. Remember our imaginary line. Don't want to cross that. And then just blend. Blend, blend, blend. I am a sucker for just really nice blending. I went to MAC one day, no offense, and the lady who did my makeup, I could not believe how I walked out of there. It was just terrible. It was just because it wasn't blended. But if it's not blended, it just looks like a kindergarten put it on. Okay, so as you can see, that's blended in, and that's now going to be my transition shade, okay? So now I'm going to do my other eye. Alright, so now that I'm done blending this out, guys, this color change is really bothering me. I'm going to have to go to MAC as soon as I'm done with this video. I didn't realize how bad it was until you see it on camera. So I'm literally going to have to color in my neck until I go over there. But anyway, sorry about that. I'm going to now go in with my cranberry. It is this really gorgeous, shimmery purple color. I'm going to take a picture of it and put it up for you guys because you guys cannot see this shade on this super sucky camera. Okay, but even then you still couldn't see it. Either way, so now I'm just going to dip my brush into this really pretty purple. Again, it's called cranberry. If you guys look at it, you will just fall in love with it. And I'm going to apply this on my crease and then blend it up towards my transition color that I have on here. Okay. I brought you guys in a little bit closer so you guys can see how I do this. Okay. So I'm going to lightly just apply this first. And then I'm going to sweep it. Okay. Once the color is on there, then I can sweep it out a little bit and blend it. But I'm being very careful not to, number one, pass this line that I have right here. And then not going too far in, because then that makes it look kind of dirty, in my opinion. And then not pass too down low onto the eyelid. Because I do want that contrast from the light to the dark and then back out to the light. So now that that's in there, then I'm going to go back in and get some more. The nice thing about MAC eyeshadows is that you don't have to do too much build up to get a nice deep color. So I think one more time we'll do. And this, with this rice paper color, it's just the nicest complement to it. Doesn't matter what skin tone you are. Okay, so as you can see, it's just kind of sharp on there. I haven't blended that out yet. Now I'm going to go in there with the same fluffy brush and really just blend that very well. So, blending, making sure that you're blending the transition color into that purple cranberry color. And I promise you guys, it looks so pretty. So once that is done, that looks really nice. So I'm going to go in there and do my other eye now. So now that I have blended it out, I'm going to come in here. Sorry about that. I'm going to go in here with my BH Cosmetics. It's like a tapered, it's a tiny little brush. And it's very thin when you turn it. It's thin all the time, not only when you turn it. I'm just not very smart today. So I'm going to come in here, and this is my Embark. This is a really dark purpley shade by MAC. And I'm going to just go into the crease very lightly. I just want to kind of make a color differentiation from the cranberry to the brown scrib to the rice paper, and then just right there on the crease a little bit. And that's going to give it a nice little contrast. And then I am going to blend it out, but that's just going to be in the crease. Okay. Then I'm just going to flip that over a little bit to the longer side and then blend that in with the same brush. See that? Okay. I'm going to grab some more and then do my eyebrow. And you guys, I am loving this BH Cosmetics Glamorous Blush. It's a 10 color palette, okay? It has different shades in there. And I really like this kind of pinky color just because, I mean, it is really well pigmented, but when you kind of blend it in, it doesn't obviously have that super pink effect. So I'm just going to take my BH Cosmetics blush brush, okay? Dip that in there and just kind of go in a little bit. And then do like little circles. That way you don't just have one harsh line of blush. I don't like that at all. Go in there one more time on my other side. I'm going to come in here first with a pencil. I just like to line it with a pencil. And every day is different. It depends if I'm in a rush or not. But I'm just going to go in there with my actual shape of my brow. So then now that I have lined them out with a pencil, I'm just going to go in there with my powder. I wish I had a longer brush for this, but this is what I have. And I love it. I love this NYX eyebrow set. I find that it's easier to blend them in, or it looks a little bit more natural than just full on pencil. And so I'm just going to go in there and just do the rest of the filling. Alright ladies, so I went ahead and I finished applying my eyeliner to both of my eyes. I just did a simple winged eyeliner. I didn't do it on camera because it's just a lengthier process on this already super long video. So what I'm going to do next is just go ahead and apply my mascara. And after that, we're just going to add some lipstick and we'll be all set. So for lipstick, with these eyes, since the eyes are so dramatic and beautiful, I'm just going to be using my MAC lipstick, and this is in Mint, okay? Mint. It'll help you. You guys can read it, right? I'm sure. So this is in Mint, and this is a beautiful, it's like a nude shade. So all I'm going to do, I'm not going to line my lips, guys, because I'm just going to be putting some lip gloss on top. And then I'm just going to be applying my cream sheen lip gloss. Okay. And this, my friends, is in Pagoda. Whatever. I tried. And it's just this really light pink color. And I'm just going to put that just on my bottom because I'm going to blend it up on my top. I don't want it to be too heavy. Okay, and that's basically it, guys. In my case, since my neck doesn't match the rest of my body, or my face rather, I'm just going to go back in with my powder and just make sure I blend it out until I can make it to the MAC store and let them know I haven't been out in the sun in obviously quite some time and I need a lighter shade ASAP. So that's all for today. Alright guys, so that's all for today. I do honestly and truthfully hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making this video for you guys, and this is only the beginning of what's to come. And like I said, whatever request you have, any type of specific colors, maybe like I said, spoke too much, spoke too little, whatever it is, guys, don't be afraid to comment. Let me know below. What do you guys need? And I'm here to serve you. I'm going to make sure that we are doing this interactively. And I'm going to be doing tons of giveaways. I want this to be the channel where you guys are welcome. And this is where you guys want to be. All right. So until next time.